Every child deserves the right to know about sex education. In today's video, we'll be talking about how and when to teach a child sex education. Hi everyone, my name is Chidera Monzo. I film about lifestyle, spirituality and parenting. Before I dive in, I want to say thank you. I actually moved from 17 subscribers to 90 subscribers. I'm really grateful. Thank you. If you're new to this channel, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, know I love you and I appreciate all your support. So without further ado, let's dive into the topic of today. When we talk about sex education, what is sex education? Sex education is the education about human sexuality, about social relationship, emotional management, reproduction, etc. So sex education is not primarily about sex only. So before we start, let's deal with some mindsets that are wrong. One, teaching them about sex education doesn't give them empowerment to implement it. On the contrary, it helps them to prevent that, because out of curiosity, some dive in what they don't want to do. So teaching them sex education is not an open door to practicalizing it. Second one is you have to create a friendly environment before you talk about teaching sex to a child, because a child will not be open to you except it's on a ground of less tension environment and friendly environment. Third one is that you have to be real and confident. Those days when we were small, our parents didn't really teach us sex education. Even now, some parents don't even teach about sex education. Even when they want to teach, they use some terms that are not nice, like pimping, young, you know, all those things. Call it penis, call it vagina, call it by the name. So you have to be real and be confident. Don't make it feel like a bad thing. Then let's talk about when to teach a child about sex. As the child starts growing, you expose sexual education according to the child's age. Ideally, you're meant to start teaching a child about sex education from the age of 3. So from the age of 3 to 5 years, you start teaching them, because children are very curious to know about their body. So they begin to ask questions. They ask questions like, Mom, why is my own like this and my sister's own is like this? So this is when you sit down and teach them about their body. Teach them this is called vagina, this is called penis, and it's called private parts. So at this stage too, you teach them about good touch and bad touch. You teach them about having the right over their body. You teach them what they need to know. They have the power to say no. What you're going to teach them is what is going to help them to achieve abuse prevention. So when uncle is touching them, they will know that this is sexual abuse. For you to be able to achieve this, you must make them trust you. You use words like, tell me whenever someone touch you, no secrets, tell me what you want to tell me and I'm open. When they tell you, be kind enough not to flare up and like, hey, no, just calm down, calm down, it's not that deep. So at the age of 6 to 8 years is when you reinforce, because sometimes the truth is that they might not necessarily understand what you are saying in 3 to 5 years to some point, depending on the child's development. But in 6 to 8 years, that is when you reinforce them, teach them about what privacy is. You can equally answer their questions, but with restrictions. So the next stage is at the age of 9 to 11 years, which is called the curiosity stage. The child is about approaching the puberty stage. So a lot of body change is undergoing. The child begins to experience menstruation for the ladies, wet bed for the men, and a lot of changes. They are beginning to have emotional feelings. Yes, they are beginning to have crush in school. Ideally, this is when to teach them, okay, it is natural to have this emotional feeling, but this is how to manage it. When you see your menstrual period, this is what to do. You teach them about breast, teach them about nipple, and all the tingling sensations they always get. So at this stage, you should be open to teach them what they need to know as their body is changing and as they are growing into maturity. The next one is at the age of 12 to 14. Now they're fully into adolescent stage. So at this point, the body changes heighten. So now they are beginning to have intense urge and sexual feeling. The whole hormones in the body are getting stronger. So at this stage, you throw more light to the previous teaching. This is when you teach them, okay, see now, this is what you are going to be doing. If you see a woman, you are likely to have erection. You take out time to teach them what is obtainable at this stage. You teach them about sex, the feeling they are having, and how to manage it. Then the next one is 15 and above. So at the age of 15, maturity have already been established. Like everything, otagaku, to teach the child about marriage, about social relationship. Because now the child is moving beyond having a relationship with just the family to meeting people outside, meeting a guy. Maybe if he's in a setting, the child grew up in a female environment or in a male environment only. This is where you begin to teach the child what is expected in opposite sex and how to handle it. Discuss how and when to date, when to know he or she is ready for dating. You teach her about pregnancy, you teach her about sexual method and control, you teach her about STD prevention. These are things you expose the child to. So when the child hears it from outside and it tallies with what you taught, the child will have more confidence in you. But when you teach this sexual education and you keep on lying and hiding something, and the child actually discovers the truth from outside, he will never trust you. He or she will never trust you. And trust me, outside world is not there to train your child for you. If you find this video very helpful and interesting, please do well to like, share, and comment. And please wait, don't forget to subscribe. Just click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be able to get content when I post them. Do well to check out all of my content. Bye.